The silent psychology of Generation X. It's strange what we choose to obsess over. We endlessly debate boomers. We psychoanalyze millennials. We treat Gen Z like a brand new species under a microscope. But there's an entire generation in between, rarely mentioned, rarely defended, quietly carrying far more weight than anyone realizes. Generation X. Born roughly between 1965 and 1980. They're your older coworkers who never complain. Your parents who seem emotionally distant, but unshakably capable. The people who helped build the modern internet and then never felt the need to talk about it. And here's the truth most people miss. Gen X may be the most psychologically misunderstood generation still alive. The empty house effect. Picture this. It's 1978. You're 8 years old. You walk home from school to a quiet, empty house. Both parents are working. No smartphones. No cameras. No one checking in. You unlock the door yourself. Make your own snack. Do homework alone. Wait. By the early 1980s, this wasn't rare, it was normal. A study published in the American Journal of Orthopsychiatry found that by 1984, around 7 million children between ages 5 and 13 were regularly unsupervised after school. That's not just a statistic. That's an entire generation learning something very early. You cannot always rely on someone being there. That empty house didn't just create independence. It hardwired responsibility. Mistakes had consequences, and there was no emotional buffer. No long conversations about feelings. No negotiation. When parents came home, the rules were clear. Step out of line, and you felt it immediately. Psychologists describe this as a high-contingency environment, a world where actions and outcomes are directly linked, without delay or cushioning. And when a child grows up in that environment, their brain adapts. They learn to think ahead. They anticipate outcomes. They calculate risk in real time, which is why Gen X often thinks 3 steps ahead, in ways that confuse younger generations. Broken promises and emotional armor. Gen X also watched something unsettling unfold. They were raised on promises of stability, then grew up watching divorce rates surge through the 70s and 80s. They saw adults give everything to companies, only to be laid off without warning. They were told, work hard, follow the rules, everything will work out. And then they watched the rules change overnight. So yes, psychologists might label it defensive pessimism, but Gen X doesn't call it that. They call it being realistic. They hope for the best, but they expect the floor to drop, because historically, it did. That's not cynicism. That's learned pattern recognition. And it explains why Gen X rarely performs their lives online. Why privacy feels like safety when Gen X messed up as kids. Maybe a few people knew. That was it. No viral clips. No permanent digital record. No audience. So the idea of broadcasting your life to strangers doesn't feel exciting to them. It feels dangerous. It's not that they don't understand technology. They helped build it. They just learned early that the less people know about you, the safer you are. Privacy wasn't a preference. It was default survival. Irony as a defense mechanism. Gen X didn't just develop independence. They developed irony. Humor as armor. Sarcasm as distance. Jokes as insulation. This makes sense when you remember the world they grew up in. Cold War classrooms. Nuclear drills. Teachers calmly explaining annihilation, then telling kids not to worry. When adults treat catastrophe like routine, children learn to hold contradictory truths at once. And the safest place to stand becomes just slightly detached. A work ethic forged early despite everything. Gen X developed a work ethic that still stands out today. They don't post about it. They don't brand it. They just do the work. Paper routes before sunrise. Bagging groceries. Fast food registers where mental math mattered because machines failed. These weren't resume builders. They were early introductions to accountability. A 12-year-old responsible for an entire neighborhood's newspaper delivery learns something fast. People depend on you, whether you feel ready or not. They watch company loyalty collapse in real time, so they never trusted institutions. Instead, they trusted competence. They can't control layoffs, but they can control whether they're indispensable. Independent, yet quietly loyal. Here's the paradox at the core of Gen X psychology. They're fiercely independent and quietly collaborative. They won't ask for help. They've been figuring things out alone since childhood. But if you need help, they show up. No announcements. No credit seeking. No posts about it afterward. Those bonds were forged out of necessity, friends filling gaps when adults weren't available. Authority without illusions. Gen X respects skill, not titles. If you're competent, they'll follow you anywhere. If you're not, they have no patience. That skepticism wasn't learned online, it was earned. They grew up watching authority fail publicly. Watergate, Iran-Contra, the mishandled AIDS crisis. They learned early that authority doesn't equal wisdom. Economic whiplash. Gen X has been hit repeatedly. The oldest were gaining momentum when the 2008 financial crisis struck. The youngest graduated straight into the dot-com collapse. They don't diversify income streams because it's trendy. They do it because experience taught them one thing: nothing lasts. Self-reliance that borders on anxiety. Research published in the Journal of Adult Development shows Gen X reports lower levels of seeking social support during stress. Not because they lack relationships, but because asking feels like failure. They handle crises well, but that strength often comes at the cost of emotional isolation. Learning before Google, before the internet, information had weight. You searched card catalogs, spent hours in libraries, hunted for answers. Cognitive psychologists call this deep encoding. Information earned through effort becomes more durable in memory. That's why Gen X fixes things instead of replacing them. Bike chain slips, hands get dirty. You figure it out. That mechanical intuition created a belief that the world is understandable if you're patient enough. Watching the next generation. Now Gen X watches their children grow up in a hyper-documented world. Constant supervision, constant visibility. They gave their kids what they never had: attention. But sometimes they worry they gave too much protection and too much exposure. Because in the Gen X worldview, visibility equals vulnerability. The bridge generation, Generation X, isn't better than anyone else, just different. They grew up in the gap between worlds, when the old system was collapsing and the new one hadn't fully arrived. They are the bridge. And bridges don't get praised. They don't trend. They don't demand attention. They just hold everything together, quietly, reliably, without asking to be noticed. And honestly, that might be the most Gen X trait of all. If this resonated with you, subscribe. And if you want to support these deep psychological breakdowns, hit join to become a channel member. I genuinely appreciate it.